All right, we're back live, and my my screen is not showing. Hold on, let's take care of this, and then we'll get going. In the meantime, make sure, guys, share this stream on social media: youtube.com/StoryTrading, rumble.com/StoryTrading. We're gonna get to see what you guys missed from this morning. with a further analysis. Plus, we'll do some Q&A. Joseph, are you there?
Yes. Hey, Ben. Yeah. Feeling good, man.
All right. There's Joseph from Ascending Capital, the hedge fund, which is based off the story trading process of identifying inflection points for rapid re-ratings based on a multidisciplinary approach of analyzing catalyst, technical sentiment, and fundamentals. So,
Yeah,
man,
Ben, let me just say, for anyone watching, feel free to check out our website that we recently updated with some nice info, ascendingcapital.com. Check that out on your free time.
Okay. So, look, today we are actually beating all of the indices and even RK, right? Despite the fact that in the morning show, initially, if you tuned in at 9 a.m., our top 5 picks for the day were CHWY, Wheat, Tesla, NVDA, Tesla and NVIDIA. And then what was the fifth one? Air, maybe. I think it was probably Air.
Yeah.
Okay, it was CHWY, Wheat, Tesla, NVIDIA, and Air. All right, so 2 of them, CHWY and Wheat, haven't really worked out just yet. Actually, Wheat did work out in pre-market when we gave this to you early, had that early pop. But overall, you can say it was not a good trade today. But despite that, we're crushing the markets. One of the things that happened that we do on the pre-market show is we go through our stream of news, right? So what we do, we monitor. We have 300 stocks we're monitoring, and we look at the news. And based on our background knowledge of all of these companies, we take that news item, we take that catalyst, and we say, what kind of impact will this catalyst have on fundamentals? What kind of impact will this catalyst have on sentiment? And then we make a prediction of, well, is this good enough to break technical resistance levels, test technical resistance levels? So right at the end of our show, there were 2 things that came up. One of them was PANW. PANW this morning. So this is a stock that's been on our list because of strong fundamentals. So it's already been there. Then we get a catalyst right at the end of our show that Goldman, I think it was Goldman Sachs, or was it JMP Securities? Here we go. JMP Securities upgraded from 255 to 300. Hold on, there are 2 upgrades today. I think there was another one. Okay, well, anyway, there was at least one. Here it is. Oppenheimer. There were 2 today.
Oh, wow. I didn't even see that. Very nice.
Is that the same day? No, I'm sorry. It was only Oppenheimer. That other one was last week. It was Oppenheimer raised from 250 to 290. Okay, we saw that right at the end of the show, and I moved it from basically way down on our list to all the way into the top 5. Now, the way Yosef and I played it, essentially we kind of, in practice, made it our top pick because we went in with options right at the open because we were, look, this stock has been down, so it was a great opportunity. It's down. Now you're saying a massive $40 price target increase by Oppenheimer. So tell us about those options. They're up like 100%.
Yeah, that was beautiful. I mean, I think just speaks to the conviction that we had on that trade. It was a mega cap. Also, options are beautiful mega caps. They really move. So we jumped on that right at the open.
No, almost. I don't know what the definition of mega cap is. Definitely a large cap. It's 76 billion. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. No, but also just when the stock price, even if it's not a mega cap, let's call it, if the stock price is above 100 and it moves in dollars, the options have much bigger moves than micro caps. So in any case, yeah, we jumped on that, and yeah, the option is already up 100% on the day, and that was
our first target. Our first target was a 20 DMA at 247.50. It's over that now. Look how low the RSI is. So the RSI down here at like 58 over the 20 DMA. The next resistance levels I see are 252, and then the 252, and then the 52-week high at around 260. Well, it's about 259. Nice. So 252 to 259, I think, are in play. Now, we've already taken some off the table at the 20 DMA, but I think there is room for more. So that was a lot of fun live on the show. If you're a VIP, you get to see us in our process, like live, making changes as we're talking to you. And we quickly moved PANW into the top 5. We took action on that, and that worked out really well. Another one kind of last minute we gave you was XXII at 237. So overall, I mean, if you were quick, and I think we were too, we did sell some at 250. So there's some resistance at 250. We were hoping for a breakout and a move towards 4. That didn't happen. So we sold some at 250. We sold the rest at 239. Made a little bit of money on this trade, but we'll continue monitoring this for potential day trade ideas. I don't like this for an investment yet because of their financial situation and the need to raise money, and they haven't been doing a good job raising money on good terms. So XXII.
what we've seen on XXAI is that it does have kind of aggressive pops on any news because it's been beaten up so much. Like if you look at the short-term chart, 5 days or a month out, you'll just see that it has these big pops intraday. And if you can be quick, it can be a nice trade.
Yeah, and XXII, the catalyst for that, by the way, was this launch in California in 7-Eleven. So they didn't say 7-Eleven, but they said the largest C-store chain, in the country or whatever. So that's 7-Eleven launching in California. It was a nice catalyst, and it worked out, but just in small size. All right, let's go back to the top and see what else we got today. And there's a bunch of other things. I mean, we're doing really well today because a lot of swing trades we have on down further in this list, which are doing pretty good. But let's first talk about the ones for today. CHWY, CHWY. So this another one with good fundamentals, has been on our list, waiting. That catalyst this morning was an upgrade from Goldman Sachs, I believe, with a $50 price target. Do you remember? Was it 50?
It was 50, yes.
All right, with a $50 price target. So this one actually has not worked out yet, but I am holding this one. We are holding this one. CHWY has a history of being extremely volatile and shaking people out. There's a big short position. I really like the fundamentals on this. Goldman Sachs, $50. That's really good. So I'm sure we're down on it now because we probably entered at 39 or so. I think we may have averaged down some. But CHWY, I really like this. Earnings are not for like another 5 or 6 weeks. So there's time to have a event anticipation run. It's August 28th. It's like about 6 weeks. So CHWY, despite the fact that it didn't work today, we went in it as basically a swing idea, not necessarily for the day. So that's gotta wait for that.
Yeah. Looks good.
Next thing, WEAT didn't work out today, and actually we're still in this, but overall you can see, like I said, we're beating all the indices despite one of these not working, and that's going to happen. You're not going to be right on every single trade. I don't think we sold yet though. It did a gap fill here right off the 50 DMA. This is off the news that Russia is basically blocking the Black Sea again for exports of grain. So we'll have to find an exit here. So that basically a failed trade on that one, the WEAT. But that's okay. Tesla and NVIDIA also in our top 5. Tesla really worked out. We've been in Tesla as a swing trade. We talked about the multiple catalysts it had this morning. Earnings are on Wednesday, so be careful of that. We don't like to play earnings aside from allocations we have for the long term, and we do have a long-term allocation for Tesla, so we're okay going into earnings on that, but we don't do swing trades. We don't do options going into earnings, just one of our risk management rules that we have. So Tesla having a good day. In fact, I think we sold some right at 291.
Yeah, we did. We did just under 292. Yeah.
So yeah, we added extra in pre-market and took that to 292. NVIDIA flat. Look, we called 480 on this last week, and it hit 480 almost to the penny. But I have been, in fairness, my initial target was 450. Then I upped it to 480, and then I upped it to like 500 plus. All right.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'm not making a mistake, keep upping the targets, but it did hit 450. It did hit 480. So now I'm looking for 500 plus, and we're continuing to hold a swing and long-term position in NVIDIA. I wish we sold some at 480. Maybe got a little bit greedy, upgrading our target from 480 to 500 plus.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go down, and Air was in the top 5 today, and that's up 5%. And I talked about this morning that, hey, this could squeeze. It could keep going up higher, but I wasn't really playing this from a swing or day trading perspective because I do think it's overvalued fundamentally. So we're happy to have our long-term position, and we're just going to hold the long-term position because I do think it's going to go to $100 eventually. The path there, I don't know. To me, it's definitely overvalued, and I need that kind of fundamental undervaluation. So when I have a catalyst, I want to also know the price is good for me to go like big on a swing trade or something. So Air is having a technical breakout. It's an all-time high breakout on a big short position. So day traders probably love this. They're probably looking at me screaming like, man, why don't you go into this? It's like, because that's just a process. On story trading, I need more than one pillar. I can't just do it on technicals. I need sentiment, catalyst, fundamentals, at least 2 or 3 of them to really be highly convicted on something. But we're holding this for a long term. I'm holding my retirement account. I haven't sold a penny of it, even though I thought the earnings were lukewarm. I mean, they were good, but they were roughly in line. There was a small beat, like 6%. and it's just done much better than I expected on a 6% beat. So, that's the way it is sometimes. The high quality companies get very high valuations, and, you just got to stick with it until the story changes.
Yeah, with you on that.
RXRX, we didn't cover on the morning show, but we covered it in the VIP chat room in the app. So RXRX had a series of these inside candles you can see since that NVIDIA news is AA Healthcare company, the investment from NVIDIA. Inside candle, and this was looking like an inside candle until I saw it breaking yesterday. Yesterday's high of 1264, and then I was making a move to 13. I'm like, if this breaks 13, then your target's 14. I put that in the VIP trading app, and it hit 1398. So folks who are in our app, VIP members, they saw that alert early. They saw it when we were watching it at like 1260, gave you that breakout from 13 to 14. That worked out, although we missed the sell at 1398, but that's okay.
Yeah. We actually had an order to sell at 1398, but it didn't fill.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, we did. I checked it, and I had put it in before, but I guess that 1398 was maybe only a few shares. I don't know.
Oh, wow. It was a partial fill, and we didn't get filled. So close.
Yeah.
I hate it when that happens.
Okay. It's actually looking pretty good here intraday, trying to make like a bit of an intraday.
Yeah, it is. It's trying to make a move again. I see that.
Yeah.
So that has a potential get back towards 1398. And then let's see what's after that. 14, then you go to the highs after that, which is 14.99. Oh, these are like just dollar moves, the targets on this. But for me, this is just a swing, just playing the recent catalyst. This is an early stage biotech, $2.6 billion. So I have no way of saying if this is cheap or it's not cheap. So for me, I'm just trading the technicals for a short-term swing on RXRX.
Yeah.
ASXC we covered on the morning show. Said we gave you a 60-cent target on that. It hit 65 cents. So we above the 20 and 50 DMA. We had a great catalyst last week. You just got to be careful with this. Small size on ASXC. It's a penny stock. They need to raise money. You never know when they're going to hit you with an offering. You don't know what the terms of that offering are going to be. So ASXC, but they had excellent news. It's a stock I want to love. It's a stock I wish I could be in big, but I just can't because they need to raise money. So continue to monitor this. You can check out the news catalyst that came out on Friday. They're trying to compete with Intuitive Surgical. Got some traction in the U.S. hospital using their equipment. So that's really, really good news for ASXC. But we're in a very small size, and we'll just have to see if they ever have a press release saying, hey, we got non-dilutive financing, something like that. Then you can go in with much bigger size.
Yeah.
RRGB, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying, yeah, if that news comes out, we're going to slam it. You can bet you on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. We got some folks on Twitter watching us. Okay, great. All right. So RRGB has been a disappointment today. So this has been a swing idea I gave you last week. In fact, it was like a top swing idea, high conviction. Hasn't broken out yet, but we're sticking with it. I love this W pattern, love the fundamentals, love the recent catalyst. And I think we're going to hang in there and just wait. And it could pull back to 20 DMA, could pull back to $14. So we'll have to monitor that. And hopefully this will be a big winner for us. We have a fairly nice size position in RRGB. Plug has been a swing since last week. High conviction swing. Not only common shares are also in options. We got a bulk of this move. We thought it would break the 200 DMA last week, but it didn't. It got rejected at 200 DMA. It's trying again over here at about $13.20. So we'll have to see how it looks like it's going to test it again. We'll have to see how it interacts once it gets to 1320. But my goal, my target on this, see the 50 week to the 20 week, $15 to $20. And I think Rex we did this with Rex, right? Yeah. Rex last week, he was on board through his Fibonacci analysis, had similar targets as we had on Plug, $15 to $20. So hanging tight on that one.
Yeah, he was even higher. Yeah, I remember he was thinking like 20s. I know he really liked the Plug. So high conviction, like you said. Yeah.
Overstock, one of our highest conviction swing plays. I gotta say, I don't know. Listen, maybe I'm too bullish on this. Some folks might have to check me on Overstock, but this is one of my favorite stocks because right now, because I think that catalyst with Bye Bye Baby, I mean Bed Bath & Beyond is just huge. And I think, and I listened to the conference call regarding that, and I think fundamentally, I think it's just undervalued compared to what it can do. But I also think that this is going to end up being some sort of meme stock. And I'm actually surprised that it hasn't brought on the BBYQ apes who are still trading BBBYQ, unbelievably. Listen, what do you think's gonna? I'm sorry, like I could be wrong, but I'm very happy that this is one of our largest positions because next month in August, Bed Bath and Beyond stores are going to close. After Bed Bath and Beyond stores are going to close, BBBY will stop trading. BBBYQ will stop trading. Okay. Not only will BBBYQ stop trading, but Overstock will then be changing their name to Bed Bath and Beyond, right? The brand name for consumers, and as far as I could tell, also the corporate name, they're going to change to Bed Bath and Beyond. It'll be interesting to see what ticker symbol they're going to end up getting. I imagine that's not going to happen instantly, and there may also be rules that that prevent them from using a ticker symbol that was just recently out there to avoid confusion. So that could happen. But despite that, I think the rebranding news when it happens in August is going to be a huge catalyst for the stock. I just love this setup. I look at these higher lows. This looks so strong to me.
Yeah.
Look at these higher lows. You have 35 resistance right there, top of that candle, and roughly the top of these candles. And then you have that 200 DMA, which I've been saying 40, but it's more like, is that the 200 week moving average? I'm sorry. The 200 week moving average is going to be, and it's rising. It's like 43 and a half. So 35 to 43 and a half. This is one of our largest, if not maybe even our largest position right now.
Yeah, I think so. Well, actually, no, I think ATVI might be bigger for a.
Oh, yeah, but that's not
really.
That's kind of like in lieu of cash.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, with that deal, it's not really a story trade idea. That's just a place where we're holding some cash because this deal should close with Microsoft.
It's coming back a bit today.
Yeah, I mean, either it's going to. I'm getting mixed mixed information out there about what's going to be happening here with ATVI and Microsoft. So $95 is the deal price. It might close tomorrow, but I'm not sure on that. There's something going on with the UK still. I don't know what's going to happen at the UK. It looks like they want like a few week extension to make a decision in the UK, but at the same time, it looks like it's possible they'll close the deal ahead of the UK decision. If they don't close by tomorrow, they have to pay ATVI an extra $3 billion. I wonder if that goes into the deal price. Maybe, let's see how many shares are outstanding.
Yeah.
Shares outstanding, 786 million, 3 billion. I mean, could they get an extra $4 a share? Can this go to $99? I really don't know. I'm just highly speculating. But if you look at the options on this, there's activity on options that are over $95. Like, why are people paying, for this week, 40 cents for $95? Let's see. Let's go 25 days out. Let's see what people are paying. $95 doesn't go up much. Okay, so 70 cents a week out. There's a little bit of a premium. I don't know if that's because if the deal doesn't close by Tuesday, they have to pay a little bit more. I'm not sure. But in any case, that's not really a story trade idea. That's just kind of in lieu of cash. You get a couple % move on that deal closure.
Yeah.
All right. What else do we got here? Overstock, we talked about. REL, for those of you who are part of our story trading VIP community, you got the alert on this early. We said, hey, this could be a good buy here ahead of earnings. Earnings are on Wednesday. This is a growth and value stock, which has gotten forgotten for some reason. Like an 8 PE. They got a lot of exciting high growth business in their green energy sector, EVs and all kinds of windmills and solar stuff going on over there. Really exciting company. Earnings are on Wednesday, so it's getting an event anticipation move. I wouldn't be surprised to see it test the 20 DMA before earnings on Wednesday. Might be a good time to take some off the table.
Wow. Okay, let's see.
Netflix also has earnings on Wednesday. This is something we've been swinging due to big price target increases over the last few weeks. It made our radar. It's been on our show several times. So we have a swing position in Netflix. And I got to talk to you, Joseph. I'm thinking maybe we should convert at least some of those shares to a long-term position to allow us to play earnings.
I'm kind of leaning that way too. Yeah.
I have a feeling with this password sharing that they've stopped, that the outlook or even the quarter will be very nice. And again, some big price target increases recently by analysts. So keep an eye on that for Wednesday.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Any Q&A? Let's see if there's any questions. You can go ahead, put in the questions while we look at, these are all things we have swings in, not all of them, but GoodRx and Genie. And the XT was a trade of the week idea we had for Wolf Financial Spaces right off the 50 DMA. And that's up about 5% for the week. So that trade is working out. We'll see if that helps me win the competition. Probably not enough. Probably not enough to win. We also had Perry. Yexi and Perry were 2 picks, so Perry's been down. So probably not going to win the competition this week. But nonetheless, Yexi has been a good pick. And what else sticks out here for us?
And you want to look at Azure? I mean, it's
sure. We doubled up on this. We had a strong signal on Friday for the VIP members. I think you got this notification last week. So look at this low RSI, this move above the 20-week moving average. And this pullback, I mean, it's, I don't want to say not warranted, but, people, I think it's because people were in the sexy stocks and the high growth stocks and they kind of forgot about AEHR. They recently had a catalyst with Amazon Web Services to test out, one of few companies to test out some sort of AI software. And that seemed to put the bottom in the stock a few days ago, and it's moving up ever since. So this has been really good. As far as the targets go, let's see. We are now at $13.93, $14. So we're playing with these 2 candles right now. These are the 2 candles. It's in that range. And it was a high of $14.74 on May 10th and a high of $15.88 on May 9th. So that's the neighborhood we're now playing in because we've cleared all the other candles. Yep. No, not yet. $13.97. We got to clear $13.97. Sorry. We're almost there. So if we clear $13.97, and then these are the 2 candles you're playing with right here. And that's the neighborhood of your next resistance is going to be somewhere in between $13.97 and $15.88. Could make a nice move into that area either later today or tomorrow on a short software ASUR, a company we're very familiar with. We've interviewed the CEO. So we're comfortable with that position. Shop getting towards. Are we still in shop?
Yeah, we are. We're still in shop, and I think we have some calls in it too.
Oh, nice. So shop needs to break 71.43, and then we can finally we've been looking for this 200-week moving average for like a few weeks. So it's a little slower than we'd like, but 77 is your target on shop. And what is this? Plug is coming back towards 13. Great. All right. And then we got Sens, which we're still holding, breaking above the 200 DMA today. Oh, but right back under. Yeah. So, okay, we sold a little bit at this resistance today. We sold a little bit, but we're still holding a long-term position on this company, which wants to compete with Dexcom for continuous blood monitoring of your glucose levels. And they've had really good earnings reports and really good guidance for the balance of the year. So that's why I'm comfortable holding this. Unlike a pure technical trader, I'm going to anticipate that at some point in the next period of time, whatever that is, weeks or months, that we will break above that 200 DMA and hold above it. And maybe then the next level is the 50-week moving average and the 200-week. So it's story trading. That's what we do. We got those catalysts. We got the good guidance. And I'm going to try to be ahead of the technical traders. That's what we're doing here with Sens. We've been holding this for a while, and we're up on it nicely, aren't we?
Yeah, we've been holding it, I think, since like in the 70s. Something like that, yeah.
Wow, Avro we let go of. It's still going up. Wolf, I think we had to get rid of it, right? Because we needed space.
Wolf,
too many
do
stocks.
we have... Oh yeah, we got rid of it because that's true.
Yeah, we got too many stocks. We had to slim down.
Things, man. It's hard. You have to.
Yeah. Avro looking good. Avro wants to test 150. Wow, Avro, if it breaks 150, this thing can go. Ooh, wow, interesting. Yesterday's high day 148. Today 148. Wow. If it break, okay, let's look at the level 2 for a second on Avro. Let's see what we got. You got a lot of resistance here, a lot of supply here at 148. If this breaks 150, it could go. And we talked about this company having maybe roughly $1.75 to $2 in cash and no debt. And they want to do a strategic, looking for strategic options. So to unlock that value, they stopped all their programs. So that's, this might be worth it getting back in. I'm not sure. I'm torn if we want to get in before a break or wait for a break. Joseph, why don't you watch that? And
I actually have been watching it. I was hoping we'd get down to the 1.3s, 1.2s, but I don't know. At this point, I don't know if we'll get there. So I'll watch it closely.
I mean, it's too much cash. I mean, they're basically telling you they're not going to burn their cash anymore, so it's not going to go down to these levels anymore. So yeah, might be worth it to take a small position before the breakout. Might be worth it. Might be worth it to take a small position, and then if it breaks out, then we go in bigger size. But I think potentially this could make a move towards like the 170s, given their net cash position. Yeah, cool. All right, that's Avro. And I think if anything else stands out here, LAP has been a disappointment here. It could move down to that 50-day moving average. Could 150, 151, and that's the way it goes. We'll have to wait for earnings and see if we get some of our questions answered on that. I saw a note from Rex yesterday that he thinks Kodak is heading for the 7 soon. Fine by us. Fine by us. We got a long-term position, right?
Yeah, and yeah, we do. And you should mention Palantir finally like broken nicely
Yeah,
above
that's right.
17 and on its way to 1921, which is your target.
Beautiful. Where is Palantir? What the heck?
Oh, you missed it. It was higher above.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
We still have a nice position in this, right?
we still have long term and some swing shares. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we've been looking for 19s on this for a long time, for a couple months. So that's just looking great. Nothing to say here. It broke all these resistance levels at the top of this candle. It even broke 1716. So I would say 19 is your next target on Palantir.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, 19s. I'm looking for 19s on Palantir. Let me move this up.
Stuff. Yeah.
We'll move Palantir up on the list. Oh, hold on a second. I should put this up here. All right, so let me get Palantir. So we're coming to a close soon on this show. If you have any questions, now's the time to do it. And if you want to get the early scoops and get the edge, plus we do all kinds of other shows as well for VIPs. But every morning at 9 a.m., that's a big show. But if you want to do that, join us at storytrading.com/app. You can even grab a 1-week free trial. And then only $30 a month after that. Man, everyone's been telling me the value this show gives. It's really worth $50 to $100. So you can get in now, $30 a month. And we'll be there for you. We got here towards the bottom of our lists. Another move today in these EV tall stocks. Yeah. Another man, I guess the Jetsons is coming, man. I mean, people are pouring money into these small electric airplanes with the vertical take. I wonder what it is about, what does electric vehicles and airplanes have to do with the fact that they can vertically take off? Are they associated? Are you only able to do vertical lift if it's EV? I really don't know. I don't know anything about this space, but it seems like too much of a coincidence to just be a coincidence. It must be related technology-wise, that technologically you can do the vertical lift on EV maybe much more efficiently than with a gas airplane. I really don't know what's going on. I haven't researched it, but just looking at the price action, looking at the market caps of these companies, $7 billion for Joby, this looks like a very real future coming. Unbelievable.
Wow.
That's going to be very interesting. See one day how small they can make those, and maybe everyone will have one in their front yard in the driveway one day. That'll be
you never know. It'd be like Back to the Future.
Maybe Tesla will buy out these companies one day before it gets there. Very, very interesting. All right.
SoFi is actually having a good day. I wonder if it's got to do with all that debt removal.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know SoFi. I don't know SoFi well. I can't answer you on that. I mean, I don't understand their business well. Anix, by the way, look at that. Higher low, higher high. This is a breast cancer vaccine stock. It's in this gap here where it can make a move to $4.25. Got a $12 price target by H.C. Wainwright, which they maintained just last week. So this is making a nice move. Very exciting company. Breast cancer vaccine with only $117 million market cap. I don't really have you have this catalyst, but these price targets on biotech stocks usually are not great catalysts, especially the smaller biotech stocks. So I think if you're going to play this, you can have a small position in your long-term account, and either it's a lottery ticket or it's not. You can lose all your money or you can make 10 times your money. That's my view on a stock like ANIX.
Yeah.
All right,
Lovely
we're
to
getting a
see
little
Plug
flame.
trying to break 13 again, and Overstock getting close to high of day, RX coming back, and W. Everything looks great, man. I'm telling you, the morning shows have so much value. It's
Yeah,
incredible.
they are great. And oh, by the way, today we started like taking a little more. You know what we realized? We're really good with timing. So just talking to different people, they're like, you know what, your methodology of predicting rapid re-ratings in stocks is really good for stock options. So we started dabbling with that. I told you, like, we got into PANW options this morning and got 100% move out of those options right out of the gate. So look at that. So like I can't tell you how many times we've made predictions like this in pre-market, and then boom, it happens very, very often. So we'll see. You know, if we get more into options, we'll maybe share those options ideas with you, share those
Yeah,
contract ideas with you.
that
So
would be nice. Yeah.
we'll see. No promises, no promises, but we'll see. We're dabbling with that a little bit more. Any closing thoughts, Joseph?
No, I just think that a few people have been asking me recently about, yo, do you have any good long-term stocks? And I think what we're finding from the morning show picks is that you're finding loads of long-term stocks at the same time. Like all these stocks that you find
Yeah.
at inflection points, we end up adding to our long-term allocation, and now we're finding ourselves with so many long-term picks that we're having to minimize there. And I think people will just see
Yeah.
so much value from those. From those.
That's a great point. Our community really started as more like a fundamental analyst community, people looking for long-term investments, and it's kind of morphed over time into a little bit more trading. But the fact of the matter is, our process, we also look at fundamentals. Our process is really good at identifying stocks that you can tuck away for the long term at the right time, right?
Yeah,
When do you add to the stock to put in your long-term IRA? You know, when do you get in, you know, for your initial position in your long-term IRA? So even if you're not a full-time day trader, if you have a full-time job, you tune in at 9 a.m. and you're going to get alerted to these massive catalysts. And one of them, for example, might be GoodRx, which had this big deal with CVS the other day, right? So look at that. At 5:55, we alerted you. These aren't just necessarily trades. These are signals for when to get into long-term investments. And I'm not
yeah,
saying GoodRx necessarily is going to make it at the end of the day, but this is just an example because we're able to, you know, interpret these catalysts and really understand it in the context of the fundamentals of the company and make a determination if this is material or not, right? So that GoodRx catalyst was definitely very material. And so we're giving you this great content every morning, even if you're not a full-time trader, even if you have a full-time job, just make room for us from 9 to 9:15 a.m. every morning, and you can to put into your account long term.
yeah.
All right.
Beautiful. Well done, Ben. Thank you.
All right. And with that, we're going to leave you with a little explainer video of what story trading is. And I hope to see you in our VIP community tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
It's not easy to understand why stocks go up and down, but even in volatile markets, there's always a discoverable and logical reason behind price action. Story trading is a social investing community of investors who share information to uncover the hidden stories behind the trade through the 4 pillars of fundamentals, catalyst, sentiment, and technicals. All price action can be understood through the lens of these pillars, allowing for a holistic view that empowers better decision-making. Only by understanding markets can you beat them. Join our community today and start making sense of markets.